Fuck with you.
Black-owned business who employs his homeboys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got a fucking business, and he's making sure his peoples is eating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's running a real. That's the difference. I'm talking about I'm just going with the difference between ghetto business and a real business. Like, this nigga is over here trying to put people on, making sure people eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, a sustainable business that, you know what I'm saying? If you got something, like we were talking about, like just being black owned. If you got something, put your fucking people on. Make sure everybody's eating. Even if they working for you, they're still
the
working.
Right people on.
Right.
Right, put the
That's
right
true.
people on.
And you got to be
bro.
honest with yourself, man.
Oh, that put your people on shit.
You
don't
know, if you
always
know your
work
nephew
out.
not shit,
Right.
don't
nigga.
hire him to run the register.
Fuck no.
Right.
Like,
no, that's real.
And then
that's
hold
real
it
as fuck.
against the next young black man. Like, I'm not hiring my nephew and he stole from me. So now
Right,
you're trying
so
to hire somebody else.
I got it, yeah.
You can go into any black business, America, and find non-black people working there. I challenge you all to do that to other businesses. I challenge you to see how many black kids are working in Chinatown. I challenge you to see how many black kids are working at Mexican restaurants.
Diamond District in New
York.
York.
I challenge how, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I'm talking about just right here in the community we live in.
Right.
It's just something to pay attention to. Because, like, it's noticeable, but since it's only affecting us, if we're not the ones speaking about it, then how dare we get mad at someone for not correcting it?
You know, sometimes
when we create a $1 billion culture, America's largest export, and we allow everyone to eat here. And it's not racism. It's pride. Because at the end of the day, look, Post Malone is talented, but he can't make a new thing within this hip hop culture that we're all drawn to. So therefore, he's a guest in this culture, and everything he does is what? I don't care how talented it is. There's a mimic to it. Because golds and cornrows ain't your culture. No different than
what he's about anymore. That nigga done changed his whole shit.
But he didn't change his sound.
No, his sound was the same. Yeah, I'm not saying the sound changed.
His sound is still a
But he
play.
ain't
A
gold
play
and fucking-
on classic hip hop trap sounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my thing is this, is like, if we were so exclusive in terms of like excluding people out of our culture, if we were so race oriented, none of this shit would sell. None of this shit would fly because we dictate the swing of culture.
Well,
so what's going to happen is some young kid is going to make up a new thing within urban culture. It's going to blow up. It's going to catch up. They're going to call it something. Some kid from outside the culture is going to be fascinated with that. They're going to work on it hard. They're going to practice it. Because you're not from the culture, you are mimicking it. It's no different than if you move to Japan right now and start practicing, martial arts there. You're always going to be looked at as somewhat as an outsider to this culture. I don't care how good you get at this.
Nah, that's real. Yeah, you're absolutely fucking right. Because on some real shit, you can't just really go to Japan.
Now let me
go,
say this:
go up under some karate and shit and just go learn.
The three of us can't form a mariachi band and get a job at a Mexican restaurant either.
Hell,
nigga, I don't give a fuck. Listen to me.
I might.
I don't give a fuck.
I might.
Hold on, stop. Shit, no, you not, nigga. I don't give a fuck how good our shit sound. Niggas would be damn near offended by that. Like, what the fuck do y'all think y'all are singing this shit? This ain't y'all music, right?
And you know what's crazy is
they
we're the
shitted
only
on
ones,
Beyonce for coming out with a country record and didn't want her to perform at the Grand Ole Opry.
We're the only ones that aren't allowed to culture vulture shit.
No, let me say this: I'm proud of
everything.
Like, I'm proud to say, I don't want to say it like I'm complaining. I'm proud of my people and my culture. That no matter that, even what we've been through in this country, if a white boy can rap, we're gonna listen to the white boy rap and be like, "Yo, this white boy can rap."
Right.
I'm proud that if Adele sounds like our aunties, and we can recognize the talent in her sounding like our aunties, we're not stuck on the fact that, oh, bitch, you're just trying to sound like our aunties.
That's
like,
the same.
That's
as
not
like,
your culture. Won't you sing like a fucking bitch from England?
Like
won't
Tina
you sing
Marie,
like her? Won't you do this? We don't do that.
Tina Marie back in the day.
Keep going. It goes forward. You can go until the existence of black people making music here on this land, us teaching. Dog, look this up. Ike Turner taught Elvis Presley how to play the guitar. These are stories of history in black America that aren't often recognized. But where would we be without rock and roll, jazz, soul music, R&B, hip hop? Where would this country be? You think so many people will be wanting to jump on boats and planes to come over here? What will make this any different than England, Britain, Australia?
Yeah, if everybody's doing opera music and shit.
Come on. Come on, fam. Dog, I'm originally from Brooklyn. You get people from all over the world going into some of the most murderous, crack-infested neighborhoods to see Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Because they watched the Spike Lee movie.
Right.
Or because they heard, or that's
shit.
where Biggie's from. Like, you get people going all through Harlem from France, Britain, and all of the most just far out places in the world, Asia, and they just want to see where these poor, oppressed black people come from because how colorful, creative their culture is. They don't give a fuck necessarily that motherfuckers over there impoverished and dying. And you see the double standard. Motherfuckers was mad at LeBron because he wasn't sophisticated in his response to what was going on in Hong Kong. As if he's obligated to know what's going on. Like, black people in America and black African people around the world aren't the spokesperson for oppressed people everywhere. Like, I don't see any Hong Kong marches for what goes on to black people in America. So, like, the idea that because LeBron James pulled himself out of poverty because his talent and his God-given ability and his stick-to-itiveness, and he's made himself a spokesman for all these companies that do business in China like all other major American companies do. Now, the one black guy, he's the spokesperson. Like, Tom Brady don't got no fucking endorsements with companies that do business in fucking China. Get the fuck out of here, man. You try to pin that shit on LeBron. Like, quick segue. Y'all hear the sheriff? Or the county, I think it's a sheriff officer in Los Angeles, trying to blackmail LeBron for a couple $100,000 in donation for those officers that got shot. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you.
Blackmail him how?
Fuck. Well, basically just put it out there that he should donate money and this and all this type of shit.
Why
man.
the fuck should LeBron donate
Because
anything?
This
to
is their counter.
punk-ass
No, this is what they're
bro?
saying. Their narrative. Their narrative is that their narrative is this. Hey, black man, you've made it in this country. You refuse to turn your back on other blacks and not speak up for other blacks that don't have your privilege. You speak out for Breonna Taylor, and you're quick to criticize racist police officers. Well, here's two police officers that we deemed are victims because the way no matter what happens, no matter what foul shit a police officer in America does, God forbid there's retaliation. God forbid that one of these cops did some fucked up shit that we know them to do, that they're documented to do to the wrong American citizen, and they actually went and retaliated. Now, I'm not condoning violence in any form, not against police and not from police to citizen. But what I'm saying is they've ushered that, they've just legislated that out of our minds and out of the conversation that you're assuming that these were two innocent police officers.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know what the fuck happened because y'all don't know who the fuck did it. So you haven't been able to even interrogate them to ask why. Now, in my mind, I'm saying, hey, what would make a person randomly walk up to two police officers and shoot them to try to harm them? I would assume that there's more there. Because I know that we don't live in a world that just has a unsustained hatred for police officers. We live in a world that's tired of police officers being the number one funded gang in America and getting legislative power to be able to do these things and not have any fucking consequences for it. We're living in a country where people are starting to become fearful of police officers of all races because they realize that these motherfuckers are bloodthirsty and a lot of times murderous.
Hey, chief of police you said?
I believe so, man.
Chief
I don't
of
know the
police
name.
in L.A. Oh, what happened? No, I got it for you. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you.
Bitch ass nigga. Fuck all that. Like, how you gonna tell LeBron what he needs to do with his motherfucking money?
Well, they do this because shout out to my boy Cap. And one of the things that people forget is early on when Cap got this, his deal and became the head of the franchise and stuff like that. One of the things that I think that he was kind of like probably, I won't say manipulated, but probably kind of like encouraged to do is stand with the police. The police support the team. The police support the stadium and keep the stadium safe. They escort you players and keep you. You know they put hold on. They put that spin out there on you, and you're a good person, right? Okay, you're just trying to do the right thing. You're trying to learn the game. He donated money to the police department, only for that police department to go through 3 police chiefs in less than a year due to corruption. And I'm talking about not a low level corruption, like we gave guys extra overtime on the city's dime. I'm talking about I'm the police chief and I'm running a prostitution ring. I'm the police chief and we're arresting police officers, prostitutes, and making them work for us. We're arresting drug dealers, taking their drug money and giving it to the drug dealers that's working for us. This type of corruption. And so when he began to speak out on that, when he was harassed by the cops at gunpoint, people don't want to look at your experience because they're like, yo, you make millions in this country to play football. Shut up and play football.
Or shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Well, fuck you.
Shit on that whole
Bitch ass
mentality.
niggas.
Well, fuck you.
Can't stand the fucking police. What else you got for us, King?
I got a question, man. What do you all feel? How do you all feel, I should say? And it's just something loose and it's nothing too heavy. I think we had kind of a little heavy podcast today.
Is this the rapper?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm asking, is this the rapper?
No. We'll probably go one more. This is gonna be quick. My whole thing is and like I said, this is light. This is nothing too crazy. But I noticed some shit, man. I was kind of just on the gram. I'm peeping some shit on social media. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to certain YouTubers out there and content creators. And then I turned on the news. I'm listening to the news. You know what I mean? Then I go to sports media, fam. I'm listening to sports media. And then I just stopped. It was just like, this is a thirsty ass world. And I just wanted to know you all's perspective on thirsty ass niggas. And like, not like the usual like surface level, oh, he always getting at something that he see. I'm talking about like just the thirst driven society that we've become, where it's like no matter what, we're always trying to outdo each other. And it's like this look at me mentality.
I feel like everything has been sexualized. Every brand's been sexualized. So the thirst mentality in a man is gonna he's gonna go buy all these brands.
What about the other type of thirst though, where niggas just look at me thirst, not necessarily driven by women.
No, but
like in the immediate sense, I get what you're saying.
No, but that's
what
what
I mean. Like
this is
my sports take is the best.
My what?
Look at my sports take. Like I'm gonna say it in a way that everybody knows, nigga, that I'm right, and I'm gonna say it better than you saying it. Like I'm talking about, like you look at certain interactions with people, and it's like people are cognitive of their Instagram followers, and that people are looking, and that they can go viral and they can have a moment. And I feel like sometimes, even in places that you wouldn't expect, like the fucking news, the world news, there's thirsty ass anchors out there. Like there's motherfuckers is just thirsty. Like I want to be that dude instead of just naturally being passionate about what they do.
I got. I see
you know what I'm saying?
It's because in every one of those positions that you're talking about, if you're not the most flashy, it's peacocking, nigga.
Okay.
If you're not the most flashy and you're not the most edgiest and the most controversial, or you're not dick riding this subject enough, or you're not dick riding that brand enough, you're not gonna get recognized. There's 31 million different fucking accounts on fucking YouTube that do almost the exact same shit, right? So somebody's got to do the crazy bullshit or the dumb shit or the coon shit or the fucking just outrageous shit or the made up pranks and the fucking the fake families and all that shit, because you got to be the best at what you are, or you're gonna get fired and taken over by somebody else. If you're not, say Fox News for instance.
Well, fuck you.
If you're not on Donald Trump's dick, you're gone. if you are an influencer on Instagram, if you're not popping enough, you're losing your spot in the algorithm. You can have 1 million fucking followers, fuck up and not post right, and you're gonna get lost in that algorithm for a while till you get back on your shit. So it's peacocking. You gotta peacock every fucking day in every one of these little positions, or you could lose your position.
I get that, and I think that what role do we as a consumer base have in that? Like, do we play a role in it? Do we have any say in this? Do we have like any? Are we supporting it?
We're enabling it, absolutely. When we double tap and like everything this fucking person does on Instagram, we go watch every fucking YouTube video they put up. We go buy their merchandise. We go buy their makeup. We go do whatever it is they tell us to do. We're enabling any one of these people to keep doing the shit that they're doing.
Right.
If we don't enable them, they can't do what they're doing. It's the same thing as when we're talking about OnlyFans. If men did not buy OnlyFans and did not fucking invest in that platform in that way, OnlyFans wouldn't be shit.
No,
Let's keep it real. If OnlyFans was just educational, motivational, cooking, shit like that, DIY, and there was no pussy on it, do you think that shit would be as popping as it is? Look at the fucking logo of it. You can tell the logo of it is fucking sexualized.
That's facts. So my thing, yeah, you're right, and that goes back, I guess, quickly to what you were saying about. I guess that's what you were leaning to when you said everything is sexualized. That's one way of looking at it. I was more so annoyed at just.
I mean, it's not about sexuality. I think it's just things have changed. You know, everybody wants to.
That's what I'm saying. It just felt like everybody, like he said, was peacocking.
It's a fucking dick and pussy measure.
You know, you go to a restaurant and you want to post the food that you're eating, and you in the car, you want to post this.
Yeah, but sometimes it's even more so. You can see people that post the typical things, and you can look at them, and based on their personality, I guess, and the vibes they give off, it's just like, okay, I'm posting my food. But then there's certain people that like, it's almost like they're trying to stunt with the food they're posting.
Right, like nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm at Red Lobster, or I'm at.
They want to stage like they just randomly was bored and took a picture of their new sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, guess I'll wear these today. Like, instead of just saying, instead of just being like, yo, got some new kicks. Ain't nothing wrong with being proud of those, nigga. Like, but it's just like a way of doing certain things that I don't know, man. Maybe it was just me that day. I was bugging, but like, I just kind of like everywhere I turned, I noticed some personality almost screaming to be noticed, like at me.
Right.
And it was just like, damn, yo, I never noticed that before.
It's like commercials back on it's like commercials on TV. They're always mad loud. They're way louder than the show you're watching. Right. That's a form of peacocking. It's in your face, like it's like, it's quiet, then oh my god, dude, like, shit, like,
I turn the TV down, nigga.
I gotta fucking look at this now because it just scared the shit out of me. Like,
turn the fucking TV down.
It got my attention. You know what I'm saying?
No, you right, bro. Shit's wild. What else y'all got, man? Before we wrap it up,
I mean,
what you got, Joe?
Yeah, boy, talking shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's touch on this. I mean, we've been heavy this one, but we do got to touch on this one though. So Trump's new term. Anarchist cities.
Oh yeah, we did want to say that one
states.
time. I had that written down on my key.
Anarchist jurisdiction.
So
that's what it's called, anarchist jurisdiction.
Basically, he wants to cut funding to New York, Oregon, and I believe the other place is Washington, because of all the protests and all that shit going on, and because the mayors aren't shutting all that shit down.
Right.
So because it don't fit his narrative.
Democratic states, red states.
His always fucking fight at it. His ammunition is, I'm gonna cut your fucking funding because you're not doing what I tell you to do. I'm gonna take my fucking ball and I'm going home.
And that nigga is
that's what they did to Obama the whole time.
He's having his little mini strokes on TV too.
We back to that shit. His mini strokes.
He's fucking up words. You know, he's not speaking right. The nigga mispronounced his own name
or something.
He's definitely not firing on all cylinders, man. And I just think that like it's important for us all to go out if you're able it's important to just go out and vote because I'm telling cats, man, like we laugh, some niggas laugh, and they this is fun and jokes, and it's just subject of topic. But another 4 years, dog, I don't know. Look,
Let
we
me
can't
get back
even. We
into
talking
this.
about Dieter, and you want another 4 years of this type of shit, man?
So hold
Come
on,
on,
I'm
bro.
back in the. Hold on. So, how? So these are anarchist cities, right?
No, they're not.
Anarchist states. Hold on, according to him. But any place that's got a fucking huge KKK following, we're not talking about the. Let's talk about Oregon. Oregon has hella KKK in it.
Yes.
And but we're not talking about them. What they're doing in Oregon.
No.
No, we're talking about cutting funding because protesters are out here protesting some shit that they feel needs to be heard. And it does need to be fucking heard. So, I just don't know what to say no more. This nigga...
It's not too much more to say other than everybody arm yourself with registration. Get your motherfucking ass up. You ain't got shit to do. A lot of people are not still back at work. Take your ass to the polls and vote. Because at the end of the day, fam, what else are you gonna do? You can sit there and we can all pretend that, you know, this shit is just gonna go away, or that this person doesn't have any kind of bearing on your life, you know. But proof is in the pudding. I don't give a fuck if you do like Donald Trump. He's not doing a good job. I mean, unless you're some kind of rich person that's benefiting from all these tax cuts and all these loopholes. If
we're
that's not
not
the case,
any of that.
yeah, the majority of people don't fit that.
We're not part of
that
1%.
description, fam. So how is it beneficial
your
to the
boy,
masses of us?
Dio,
How's it beneficial to the masses of us to have this dude in office? Like, what would you say?
Your boy, Dio. No, we're going to put this on him now. He didn't
Yeah,
get it for us.
Dio boy.
Shows your boy.
You see, he always come in and talk about it. Get that nigga, Dio's boy,
Your
for one episode. Then you always trying to put that shit on us.
I think that's a good place to wrap this one.
I'm definitely down to rap.
So, next episode we will have a big announcement for you guys. So make
Big
sure
announcement,
you
big
guys
announcement,
tune
man.
in for the next
ATS
episode.
family. You know, I just got to say that, you know, when we built this thing, man, this shit start taking off fast. So just to anybody that's out there thinking about getting into the content game, I get a lot of inquiries and people asking me about it all the time. You know, just it ain't shit to it but to do it, man. Get your shit together, get you a team, get in the game, man, because there's a lot of money to be made in this industry. There's a lot of opportunities for people of color. And you know your boys over here, we're going to hold that shit down.
And that's another one. That's another Always Talking Shit show in the books. Another good show, gentlemen.
Yay.
Word.
It's your boy Doc on.
It's your boy Akeem, man.
See y'all later, man. Have a
You
good
always
night.
talking shit show.
Take care of each other.
You always talking
Take
shit
care of
show.
them kids.